And coming up, we have Scott Brown from his latest release, Colors. Let's listen to a little bit of it, and then we'll turn it over to Scott Brown. This is Scott Brown playing in the background from his latest Colors. And we have Scott on the line. Good morning, Scott.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
It's a little distorted.
All right.
A little loud.
Let me take the music off and see how that works. Hate taking it off, but that's Waltz for Maya. I wanted to say Mia, but I was corrected. Welcome to Jazz Now. It's good to have you on the show.
It's great to be here.
I'll tell you, when I first heard this, when Carrie sent this to me, I said, gosh, I've got to get this guy on the air. And then I was looking for some of your other releases that you had out. So tell me some of the influences that got you to this point in your jazz career, Scott.
Well, when I was a teenager in the 80s, I used to go around, and I grew up in Manhattan, and I'd go around and see all the musicians play, like Jaco Pastorius and Herbie Hancock, and just all the famous players. I was able to see everybody growing up, and that was my big influence. Just growing up in New York City.
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx originally, and I guess we hung out at some of the same places. I'm just a tad bit older than you, but the point is that there still is a lot of jazz in New York City. And as you looked at Jaco Pastorius, and I also read that one of the other influences was Joe Zawinul.
Oh yeah, sure. Weatherport, unbelievable.
So what role did Joe play in your keyboard experience? Because you play multiple instruments, you don't just play keyboards.
Yes. Well, Joe was more, and he influenced me to go to synthesizers. Because I was a piano player. And when I heard what he was doing with the keyboards, I just felt like that's where jazz was going. And to play the other instruments, I wanted to play bass too because the Jock was just so great. So I was like, oh God, I wanted to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw the Weatherport at the Beacon Theater 2 years in a row, 83, 84.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Omar Hakim and Victor Bailey. When I saw Zawinul do that keyboard work, I was just like, man, I want to do that.
Got to do it, huh? Yeah. Okay, so you've released this new one. There are a lot of great tracks on this one.
Thank you.
As you look at, I was going to play Honeydew first, but then I sort of became enamored with Waltz for Maya, and I guess there are some influences for this particular composition. You want to share that with the audience?
Well, it's Bill Evans had a waltz. I think it was Waltz for Debbie.
Right.
So originally, that was my original kind of idea of the whole thing. But then it sort of went into another direction. That was the original influence, Bill Evans. But it went to more of a Chick Corea thing or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But, that's how it has. You just let things go where they go,
Did a lot of this happen in the studio, Scott, or as you look at the synergies, were these tracks laid down separately, or did you guys, were you in the studio together?
Separately.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of it was. 3 of the tracks were together. Actually, Waltz for Maya, Out of the Box, and Colors.net were together.
Okay.
And the other ones were pieced together. Yep.
All right.
Good question.
So you're still living in New York. Are you playing anywhere in the city at all at this point? Where?
Yeah, I'm playing at the Groove. I played there Saturday. Next gig, actually, it was a Jaco tribute Saturday. I did, and then August 12th, I'm doing a Miles Davis tribute.
Same place? Is that the same
place?
Okay.
Yeah, Groove. It's on McDougal and West 3rd on the corner.
I know.
It's right next to the Blue Note. It used to be Visiones. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I was at the Blue Note in April. It's across the street, I believe.
It's down on the corner. Across the street is the Underground, which
right.
I play there too.
Well, I've got to get your schedule because the next time I'm in the Big Apple, I want to be able to check you out live.
Great.
I really would like to do that. Have you played with some of these musicians before?
Who?
On Colors.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, me and Mark Johnson used to play with Special Effects together. Me and Gene Lake did all kinds of gigs, R&B gigs, and we played with his father, Oliver Lake, mm-hmm. sax player. That was actually one of my first gigs. And I'm one of the guys on the record, Leonard. He has a group that I play with a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get down this way here in the greater Washington, D.C. area at all, Scott?
I have in the past, yes.
Okay.
I think it's a possibility.
Any plans for the future?
I don't have anything scheduled right now, but I'm sure I will be down there one day again.
Okay. Any comments that you'd like to pass on to our jazz listening audience here in the greater D.C. area? Because I know some folks know about you and some folks don't. That's why we're trying to expand the jazz music here in the greater Washington area so that people know that there's guys like you out there playing great jazz.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep the music going, and all I can say is just have an open mind and an open ear, and just keep on checking it out because I'm going to keep on playing it. So.
I was watching you on YouTube, and you've got some soul, Scott. That's and we just happen to have a funny last name, Smith and Brown, but you can call me Smith anytime, and you can call you Brown anytime. I'm going to play. I want to play a cut from the CD Honeydew. This is the one I originally was going to play. So let's listen to a little bit of Honeydew before we close. But before I do that, I need to do a